Hi everyone, welcome to your 0.2 video. This video is going to be about good reasons to read. Our objective today is that you will be able to list out a bunch of reasons why reading is good for us. Our essential question that you're going to see at the top of your notes is, why is it important to read? I'm an English teacher. I love to read. This is one of my favorite hobbies. And I know for some of you, you might also really enjoy reading, and I would love to talk to you about the books that you enjoy reading. But that's not every student, right? Every year I hear a lot of students say, I already know how to read. Why do I need to practice this skill? I also hear students say, this book doesn't matter to me or my life. Why should I care? And finally, I also have students say that reading is boring and they would much rather be doing something else. So if this is you, that's okay. I understand. And that's why I wanted to take some time to talk about a couple different reasons why reading is actually a really helpful skill for us to have in our lives, and how it can actually be really good for our brains, our bodies, and our overall life. So reason number one why reading is good for us is that it can actually help us reduce stress. Maybe even more than walking or listening to music or playing games. When we read a book, it actively engages our imagination, which helps us distract ourselves from whatever daily stressors or anxieties we might be experiencing. Reading can also increase our empathy and our self-esteem. So when we read other people's stories, it really helps us understand a new perspective and put ourselves in someone else's shoes, which can help us increase our empathy. We might also learn a lot about ourselves if we see ourselves reflected in a story or a character that we read about. This can help boost our self-esteem. Reason number two that reading is good for us is that reading improves our self-discipline and our consistency. We know that our attention spans are getting shorter. This is largely due to social media, where you might be watching a 10-second TikTok video and then you scroll on to the next one, right? When we read a book, it forces us to focus on the thing in front of us for more than 10 seconds. And this actually really helps the brain form neurological connections, which can improve our memory and help make us smarter overall. The third reason that reading is really good for us is that it helps us develop the skills of the future. So obviously, being a strong reader will help you be successful in English class. But reading is also something that's going to help you be successful in all of your classes at Cooper. Reading boosts numeracy, which is just a fancy way of talking about numbers and basic math skills. So being a strong reader will actually help you be successful in math class as well. Reading can also improve our problem solving and critical thinking skills, which include analytical thinking, detecting patterns, solving problems, and assimilating new information. When I say the skills of the future, all of these things, like problem solving and critical thinking skills, are things that you will need throughout your life. Whatever you want to do beyond Cooper, whether that's go to college or go into an internship or apprenticeship or just go straight into your career, these are skills that are going to help you be successful in whatever goal you have for your future. The fourth reason that reading is good for us is that it improves our overall wellness. Reading increases the blood flow and improves connectivity in the brain. Reading before bed improves our sleep. Sleep is incredibly important. Sleep helps us improve everything in our life. And reading is actually something that can help us improve our sleep. I know that when I go on my phone before bed, I don't sleep as well as if I read for 10 or 15 minutes before I go to sleep. I'm going to have a much better night's sleep. Reading has also been shown to lessen depression, so it can help us with whatever mental health struggles we might be going through. Finally, I really want to share this study with you. People who read daily actually live longer lives. This is the study right here, an article about the study. It came out of Yale University School of Public Health, and it found a link between reading every day and a longer lifespan. All right, so if you read, this could help improve your overall lifespan, which I think is very cool. Now that we've talked about a bunch of reasons why reading is good for our brains, our bodies, our overall life, I want to talk a little bit about FastBridge reading tests, why this is important, and why we should care. We're going to be taking FastBridge soon in this class. You might have taken it last year in English or in middle school, but I want to give you an overview again of what this is. FastBridge is an online reading test that measures vocabulary, reading comprehension, which means when you read, how much do you actually understand, and reading fluency. It also measures your ability to identify and decode words. So if you see a word that you don't know, are you able to figure out what that word means based on context clues or different parts of the word? And why do we take FastBridge? We take this reading FastBridge test to kind of check our reading skills and see where we're at as a reader. We also take FastBridge to track our growth. So this fall test that we're going to take is going to be kind of our baseline, right? And then we're going to see as we go throughout the year, we're going to see your growth as a reader. And we're going to practice the skill of reading in English a lot. And so we should see upward growth, that you're improving as a reader. We also take FastBridge to get you the right support that you need. So if we see on your FastBridge that you're really struggling with vocabulary, that's going to be something that we really make an effort to work on in English class. So it's really important to try your best on FastBridge so we can get accurate data on who you are as a reader, and we can help you reach your goals and your highest potential. And as you've seen, reading is a skill that's going to help you not just in this class, in your other classes, and also in your life beyond Cooper. So we really want to get that accurate information so that we can support you and help you be the best reader and the best person that you can be. In summary, reading's super important. It helps make us smarter, less stressed, more disciplined and consistent, level up the skills that we're going to need in the future, and live a happier and longer life. Reading is a skill we should all practice, and that's what we're going to be doing in English class this year.